Hello, hello. I know this is an odd time and I didn't even warn you that I was coming on live today. Anyway, if you happen to see the notification, jump on in and join me. If not, you can always catch the replay. Anyway, this is Leslie with Love Ink and Paper, and I just wanted to share with you what showed up on my front doorstep. We have a mail slot, so the postman leaves it just on the front step, just underneath that. Anyway, because this showed up, actually 3 of them. So I have at least 1 or 2. So if you are in the United States and you are in need of a kit like this, please let me know and I would be happy to share. All right, so let's take a look inside this beautiful box, and I'm very grateful that mine arrived unscathed. I saw some posts of people's boxes getting all crunched. If you are a subscriber and that ever happens to you, and it's especially if it's one of the collectible kind of boxes and you really are feeling distressed about that, just give Stampin' Up a call on that 800 number, and they will send you a box flat, and then you can just fold it. Okay. All right, so let's take a peek inside. Now, I will confess that I have opened this, partly so that I knew which ink pad to get out, and partly because I was incredibly curious. But I did not open the contents packet inside. I just opened this part. So this is our stamp set. So the really pretty floral image, and then we've got some greetings. We have a "You're simply the best." I love these mixed font greetings that they do. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. I may need to use that for a card for Rich. Friends like you make life meaningful, beautiful. Let's celebrate you. A little hello. Some lines. So anyway, that's the stamp set. And our gray granite ink spot. And I just got out my full-size pad. And then here, so normally this comes face down wrapped in the beautiful, did we not get beautiful, I think that's like Melon Mambo tissue. Gorgeous. Lots to do with that, I'm sure. Anyway, normally this comes face down. I have seen some people say, I didn't get directions. Make sure you flip it over, okay? Usually the directions are on the other side of the cardboard from the kit contents. So double check. It could be that you didn't get directions. You know, the people at Stampin' Up are human. They do make errors, but double check first. Anyway, let's open what's in here, because this part I have not seen. I have seen a couple of alternatives already, so some people were really lucky and got their kits early and had time to play. I had family birthday, grandchild overnight, my favorite part, but anyway, it did deter me a little bit from getting to this. All right, so we have a little packet. We've got some adhesive strips. We've got our sequins, and we've got some mini dimensionals in there. All right, ooh, look at these envelopes. They are beautiful, and they would look beautiful in somebody's mailbox. So I might leave some this way, but when you have beautiful envelopes like this, and you have pretty paper like that, you might have to cut some of the envelopes up. I'm just saying, right? Okay, so then we have these card bases. Oh my gosh, it looks like there's a layer of vellum. The way they've printed this, they make it look like there's a layer of vellum. Now, again, beautiful front, fun back. I am likely to cut these all apart and sub in, excuse me, I've got the hiccups, I apologize, and sub in thick white cardstock or Melon Mambo or Bubble Bath or something as some of the card bases, okay, because they're just too pretty to just fold, okay. All right, so we have those 3. We have the 3 poppies in Petal Pink and Calypso Coral. Oh, and peach pie. That's probably, some of that is peach pie, actually. All right, so we have some pieces here. Again, not a lot of extra, just 3 of each, 1 for each card, because you don't get extras if you're not stamping on them, okay? Lots of extra little label pieces, which are form fit to some of these greetings, which will be kind of fun. And probably my favorite base, because that's who I am. I'm a daisy girl all the way. If you could see my yard. Like, I can't bear to put daisies like in the compost pile or take them to the, like, to thin them out. So I keep just digging up clumps and putting them somewhere else in my yard. And there are some places that they've really loved to be, and they directions. Okay. And we have our art so that we know what makes it a lot easier to read the greetings. All right, we'll deal with the directions in a minute. Let me very gently get out 1 of each of these, and we'll quickly, I think it shouldn't take too long, we'll quickly make 1 of each card as the kit shows. Then I will use some of the card base as is to do a Z fold, which was really cool. So I'm going to have to look at that. All right. All right, so let's take 1 of each card base. There we go. And we'll put these card bases back in the box. So we've got our card bases. We know what goes with what. Okay. Then we know that we're going to probably pair these. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. All right, so with all right, this is card number 1. So for that one, we're going to need, I'm so lucky to have you. This one. And I do have a couple of blocks here, so should be able to get that. And I need to find, so you will find 4 of each shape for these. Something must use 2 or something, because there's a whole extra shape. All right, so that goes with that. All right. Okay, and so card 2 is this one. Let's celebrate you. There we go. And friends like you. There's those ready to go. Looks like those are the only stamps for now. I am going to want to play with this, but I haven't. Let's just for now get what we need. All right, so we need a long, skinny one over here for this one. And we need one of these. Yeah, so this, so what they, whoops, no. So what they did was they gave us 5. They must have been able to just fit them in. No. Oh, 5 of each. Okay, so two do-overs, which is great, plus these 5, which fit the You're Simply the Best. So in case you wanted to change up the greetings and you wanted that one, they gave us a shaped label for it. Okay, so that was pretty great. All right. All right, so let's tuck that over and we'll see how I do with those. I'm going to try and share a tip with you. Okay, let's stack these up over here. And let's focus on card number 1. And let's see what we got here. All right, so we're going to stamp our greeting. And we're going to have our strips, our sequins, and our dimensionals. Okay. All right, so let's put, oh, so this is going to get an adhesive strip. So apparently they did not want, because we know that sometimes on these pieces that come from Stampin' Up, there's a little bit of a, I don't want to say a coating, but it is smooth, okay? A little bit different than our, yep, I'll think of it in a second. Okay, so it wants to go this way because the L and the K pop goes here. All right, so I find that putting white on white is really hard to see. So if I put it on my silicone mat, I find it easier to line up. So let's ink that up with my gray granite pad. And I am going to have to get up here, and it may mean that you see some of my sparkles or whatever. And just hold that down there. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to just take this whole thing. They're suggesting this sleeve down here. But I think I'm going to add one over here somewhere. Probably out here by this frame. Whoops, not quite there. Come on. That's where we want it, where you'll be hidden. Okay, then we want one on the back of our greeting. I think that's going to wait a minute. That's what I think. Okay, so now we're kind of ready to fold our card base. That's what that's showing, but when you don't see this part, you know they've already folded it. Okay, we'll grab my bone folder. We'll give it a good... So we got to take off the backings for the dimensionals. Okay. There we go. It's showing us not to line it up exactly, but to shift it over. Okay, so the edge of this is right along of that. Watch how they do that. So we put one dimensional, and we know they're the minis because that's what they gave us. And we're going to put one right, whoops, right here, like that. Then we're going to grab this, and they show us, see where it is? It's over on this end too. So our greeting is going to kind of hold that in place. Okay, see how that worked? So that's going to kind of stabilize that. So don't worry about that. They think these things through. They're concept artists and stuff must have a little bit of engineering in them because they usually do a really good job. So isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, there's card number 1. All right, let's find directions for card number 2. Okay, and that brings us in. I'm going to tuck this in the corner for stamping on our, okay. So we're going to need this little strip for here. Then let's celebrate you. Well, let's celebrate you. So the bumps go up because of the L and the B and the T. Okay. And again, in order to see that, I've got to stand up. There we go. I don't think that's quite perfect, but that's pretty good. All right. So we'll just move that off to the side and close this up. All right. Now they are suggesting to put that there, but I'm going to just hold off and let that dry for a minute, and we're going to start working on the card front. So we know to give that a good crease. So this is another tool. If you don't have a bone folder, you should probably get one if you are doing a lot of these. Okay. Although you do have a good folding tool there on the end of your thumb. All right, so let's get our dimensionals on here. Again, where I can, I'm going to use some of my larger dimensionals. And if I think I may need a mini down there. I just don't, yeah, I don't want to take the chance that we're going to see it. So we're going to grab this and put that down there. And one out on this little leaf as well. Okay, so that's more dimensionals than they suggest, but that's okay. We can do that. All right, so then we put this. Okay, so we're sort of at step 3, where we're going to add our Calypso coral, I think that is. Strip, and that's going off to this side and kind of right through this leaf. Okay, so kind of like that. Okay, there we go. All right, and then we're going to peel off all of these and set this in place. These are so gorgeous. If you missed out on this kit, I feel really sad for you. This is so beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to kind of go this direction. So let me see. Okay, so if it's going on like this, then the other dimensional needs to go up here at this end. And we'll just tuck it right over here, like that. I'll take the backings off both of those. Like that. And we'll let some of that show through here, like this. And let's put one of the big ones up here. So here's our triangle, or we're getting to our triangle. And then the other big one down here. Okay, so now we have our triangle going there. All right, there's those. Ooh. I mean, they give us the embellishments. We should probably use them. Okay. Friends like you make life beautiful. There we go. Kind of right here in the middle, like that. Okay. I think that should be good. That should hold us pretty steady, although I may want a little one over here, just like that. Okay, so where's our green strip going? Down here, along the bottom, right? Just